Gentlemen, 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 let me tell you something. 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 So I'm so happy at the moment. It's all done. Well, it's not all done. It's virtually all done. All the hard stuff's done. So the glass fitters just come and fitted the roof. So we went round to Dan's, cut this, fitted the screen, sorry, cut this screen out of Dan's, and that could have gone horribly wrong. But because it could shatter and then we'd have to get a new screen. But the glass fitter got this old screen out of Dan's and has fitted both the screens. I'll give these, the last thing I'll do is do a little wipe down, tidy everything up. For the time being, this has been about half an hour since this has been applied, put. After about an hour, the chap says it's set enough that you can drive it. But, I'll just leave it in here overnight to fully harden off. So I've just got a few finishing jobs to do now, which, I thought would be a good time to have a chat with you guys as we do this. So we're putting our trims back in. I've gone over these trims with ceramic coating, the Geon trim, just because you got them off, you got access to them. So they were looking a bit faded as well. So I've put that on there, which is just a nice little touch. When we're putting stuff back, I just need to, once you've taken it all out, putting it back in is really straightforward. We'll say it's really straightforward. It should be really straightforward. I'm just going to put these scuttle screws there. So if you ever want to do these scuttles, disconnect the big hose, disconnect the two electrical cables for that, undo the two Phillips screws holding that in. There's one screw there, and then there's two bolts underneath the caps, and then I'll get the windscreen wipers off as well. So even taking the scuttle off can be a little bit of a pain. So let's just talk while we're putting this back together, because this is the bit where I really enjoy it, where the stress is the stress of doing this is kind of gone. And now it's just the enjoyable stuff. Oh, they're in there, the screws. Did I leave them in there? I did, I left them in there. Oh, they're not Phillips, they're Torx. I said about the stress of doing this is gone. But yeah, I think, the glass is the high risk bit, because it's something which is, it's taking out glass and putting it in to another car is risky business. Just before I do this, I want to have a look. Yeah, I want to make sure that the metal clip on that top side of the scuttle was in place. Why is that? Oh, okay, that's just hitting that pipe there. So I want that to drop in properly. Make sure I've got all my electrical connections out the way. I want that to just drop in. There we go. Let's take that screw out. So yeah, you just have to bear with me. This is a climbing around fixing stuff while talking. And when you're doing this stuff, things can always go horribly wrong. Just want to make sure all these pipes are in the right place. Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah. We don't want to be dropping any of this stuff. As he says, dropping stuff. Once you've got these two screws in, it's kind of secured and you know you're okay. I've vacuumed out that air filter and put some essential oils in it. That should make a nice little smell. I don't know what that noise is. It's my knees creaking. I need to get in. God, there's not. I should really take the battery out there. Get better access. I'm going to drop this. Get out of the way. Bloody pipe, it's really causing me grief. It's going to keep springing back. Get out of the way, you bastard. I can't get in there with my hand. I can't get in there. You have to do that little trick where you tape it on. I'm going to drop this. Right, we're in. Okay. Before I connect all those pipes up, I want that screw there. I want to do before those pipes, because if that screw doesn't go in, I'll have to lift the scuttle back out. That's torque as well. So hopefully that's in. That's right in the way. Good. 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 If you get that wrong, you'll knock the metal plate off. It's mounting. So next will be this washer jet hose. Again, access is a bit tight. Should have probably done that first. Access is really tight. What's that cable in the way? I have so much problem taking this off. Get in there, you bugger. Give me grief. Get in there. There we go. Right. Get back in there and sit in position. There we go. Now we need the electrical connections for the washer jet pump. Are they washer jet pumps? Why have they got electrical connection? You'd think that would come from the pump in the... Oh, never mind, whatever. I don't know what that is. They're little heaters or something to stop it melting. Can't be. Why has that got an electrical connection? Must be to keep them warm. Stop them freezing. Right. That connection there. Oh, I see. You're going to be a little bugger. You wanted to go in first, didn't you? Swine. This is all going to be done properly. Everything's got to go back together properly. Everything takes longer than you think, doesn't it? I was just planning on this taking 5 minutes. Everything takes a bit longer. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. Right, that's all in. Oh, okay. No. No, you've put that in the wrong place. You're... Get off. It needs to go that way. Oh, yeah. You swine. Okay, that's done. Now, if you haven't already gone mad, screw this, I'm off to another video. Thank you for staying and watching. Dirty in there. While we're here, we might as well clean all this. These are the bits of the car never really you ever see to clean them. So I think it's nice when you strip cars to get all these bits out. Right, so that's done. We're back on with our battery. Everything in there is done. We haven't moved our battery mounts, so we're good to put on the these pieces of trim and the battery cover. I think I always replace these on these Porsches. They end up corroding into the screw that's in the plastic bung, and the plastic bung ends up getting destroyed. So they're worth replacing. And when you when you put them back in, a little shot of WD-40 on the thread I think is a good idea, but yeah, we'll just do that. Just keep them good. I'm just getting the cover plates here. So that one goes there. This one goes here. There's a knack to getting this on. Oh, I haven't got the scuttle fully in yet. Yeah, that made that job a little bit easier. And that can go back in there. So yeah, this overall project has actually, oh, that's not the right size. It's actually been, it's gone smoother than I ever anticipated. Normally, I was saying to the glass fitter, normally you do any of this, stuff goes wrong when you're trying to do jobs and you break other things. Whereas, actually, I think this job, we've actually, as well as just fixed the roof, we fixed the cage, I fixed the speaker as well. That I put in that replacement speaker. So we're actually fixing things as we go as well, getting all the jobs done. We're getting closer to the stage where all of the jobs are done on this car, and I can just start enjoying the bloody thing. But, you know, part of the car ownership, as I was saying in the comments to other people, part of the car ownership thing with this Porsche is doing all this stuff. The alternative to that is you could get a modern car and everything just works, and that might be a lot better for some people, and some people might just not really appreciate doing all this stuff. Like, they just want it to work. Why, you know, why fix all these things and mod the cars and all that? Because it's good fun. And if you mod valuable cars, you know, you devalue them a lot of time, and yeah. Whereas this, you're never really worried. You're never worrying about value with this car. It's just like you get an attachment to the car because of how it drives, and these do drive phenomenally well. And then you get to learn about the car when you do all these jobs. And I feel like I know these cars quite well, and I've done most of the jobs on them now. Jesus, I've already stripped interiors on them a few times. Yeah, more than a few times. I'm starting to know my way around these Porsches a little bit better. Not really well, not to a level where you could call yourself competent, but just enough where I can get my head around what I've got to do, which is kind of a cool place to be. But you don't know the car so well that it gets boring. You know, if you know every in and out of these cars, there's no fun. You you need a bit of learning, I think, as well. So that's part of the appeal for me, is a bit of learning as well as achieving stuff. So where the hell was that? Speaking of, where's that foot? It's further down there. Okay, come on, get in there. Right, there we go. You can't see this, but I'm just getting the scuttle lined up so I can put that bolt back in there. These little plastic bolts. I nicked one of these off Dan. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, he'll never know. Just make sure this scuttle, if you install this scuttle properly, a lot of times they're missing these bolts, or they get over torqued and make people shear the thread off. So you just want to torque it so that it's the seal. Have I got that seal down? Yeah, I have. So the scuttle is just pinching the seal down. If you over torque, you might knacker it, he said. No, so there's no play in that anymore. Yeah, a lot of times you see the scuttles on these don't sit down properly, and the threads, the little thread that's welded onto the car has been snapped off. Or they're not using plastic bolts and they use metal bolts and they over torque them, or the metal bolts corrode on the thread. Oh, or you smack your paint. Okay, get on there. Is that not getting on there? Get on there. There we go. A bit fiddly to get them on. Actually going on. I think so. Well, there's no play in that anymore. It don't feel right. Yeah, that's okay. So our seal is pinched down and we've got no play in our scuttle. So that is our scuttle fixed back on. Jesus, it was more work than I thought. It's looking nice though, isn't it? It's got a bit of that satin sheen from it. Right, so now we might as well put the cover plate on the battery, which we've also coated. We don't need any tooling, I don't think, to do this. So that can go on. You can see it's looking a lot better. Hopefully that will last a few years. Oh, sorry, the camera. These are always a bit fiddly, aren't they? There we go. There we go. On. There we go. Oh, it's that way to lock it. Okay, it's locked. So we have carbon fibre bonnet. Just one gas strut. If you have two, it puts too much pressure on it. I was trying to live without them. Is that a little chip there? Got a little chip there. Trying to live without those struts is not good. So we could do. Well, oh no, let's get the wiper blades on now. Let's do these wiper blades. So stay with me. Bear with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Just take these caps off. Again, I think just a little squirt of WD on these bolts going to be beneficial. The tiny, they usually have a spline in here, but just a tiny bit around there. So they go on. And come off a bit easier. Now, which one is which? Are these identical? Does it matter? It does bloody matter. I didn't make a note, you idiot. Which one's which? Oh yeah, it does matter. Sugar. So that's the driver's side one, I think. Yeah, and that goes down. Yeah. So I did these wiper blades, didn't I? When I first got this car. I remember talking about this. There's a certain direction to these. I'm pretty sure I've got that direction correct. Now I've got to assume my wiper blade position is in the right place, and it will be. I haven't played around with that. Yeah, that's a bit of an awkward bugger to fit. Oh, you've got to be careful with the glass with these. It's going to snap. Do not bust this glass. You've got to be careful. You know what you're doing here. While that blade is down, it's under pressure. So you want to get that in position. That should be down there somewhere. It should be about level. I think about there. I think. Let me just think this through. You've got to get this right. There's no point in marking off because it's a different screen. Oh yeah, okay. Position. Don't let that snap out. I need to check all the positions of these, but from memory, you're just below that black line, so it might be a little bit lower there with that. They have to be. That has to be correct. Or maybe a bit higher because I'm covering the VIN badge there. Something like that. Should be good. Okay, what do I want? 13. Oh no, not an 11. No, it's a 12. It's a 12. Oh, no, it's not. What is that then? It was a 13. It was 13. It's unusual to be 12, isn't it? Yeah, it was a 13, yeah. So, let's get these on. This glass could probably do with a polish. We might do that. That'd be a good opportunity to explore polishing glass a little bit. I've got that 3D. Don't want to go too tight. It's tight enough. I've got that 3D glass abrasive. That could be cool. I've got a round pad. Let's see if we can improve the glass. I'm not too convinced. Might be able to make a lot of mess. So let's get this one on. So yeah, really enjoyed this project because it's all gone a lot smoother than projects normally go for me. Normally I try something, completely mess it all up, break 5 things, break something else, and then give up. Yeah, it's just the name of the game. I think I need a short socket piece. But I think the main thing is to, when you're doing this, is to try and not get too frustrated with it and just enjoy it and just say, this is the bit I love the most though, when you feel like you're home and dry. This is a really sweet kind of feeling. It really is. It's such a nice feeling when you're putting it all back together, and essentially it's gone well. Never like perfect when you're doing a job like this. Like never like perfection. But about as well as it ever could go, I think. Especially for me. So yeah, it really, probably for me, it's been like as good as it gets in terms of not messing anything up. It just doesn't feel great. What's going on there? What's going on there? It's very tight angle. The socket's not quite getting in that hole. That's tight enough. That can't come loose. Not with that cap on there. Now with 3 barrels. Right, so that's on. So we should all be done now with the engine. We should be done with the engine bay. We should be done with those wipers. My greasy hands all over them. Oh, just need the caps for the scuttle panel. These little plastic caps, I coated those as well. These have gone really grey. These are the little details. Just these little cap covers. Yeah. So back on with these. Okay, they're not going anywhere. Right, let's just test these wipers. Make sure that sealant is down. Got to sort these key fobs out. That's still bugging me, that is. They're good. They're good. It's not just sort of. That's all right. It's good. It's good. I think what we'll do now is we'll take off the masking tape, which is going to be very satisfying. Well, actually, I think I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave this video here. So it's kind of project complete. I just wanted to, you know, I managed to get these in. These about as straight as I can get. The bottom clips, because you've got that other thing in there, they don't sit quite as deep, I think. So the click, they're still clicked in, but the level's a little bit low. You could, a little bit high, you could push these seals down a little bit to compensate, but I just don't think you need to. I think that's pretty good, actually. And they're pretty good both sides. So I'm pretty happy with all that. So stay tuned to the Forensic main channel. Once I've got everything back in the car and all of this tape off, I will show the car and show it when it's all done with the end results, and I'll give it a little, I'll probably just give it a rinseless wash. I've sort of like been wiping things as I go, like panel wise, because it did get a bit dusty when you're doing all the drilling and stuff, you know. So I've just been trying to keep on top of that. But yeah, it's got sort of lots of handprints and stuff all over it from where I've been touching things and all that. So it needs a good wipe down, really. It needs a good wash and wipe. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the series on the carbon fibre roof. I'm now going to peel this roof off, and I'll do some little shorts for Instagram and YouTube shorts and all that sort of stuff, because they're good money shots. Anyway, guys, thanks for all the comments and for watching, and I'll see you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel. And go to the main channel to see the review video. I've done all these behind the scene ones for the Unplugged. They've been very informal, but that's kind of what I enjoy doing. So there we go. Thank you.